Hello guys, welcome to this tutorial. Welcome to my channel, Puya Sadri Dev. I'm Puya Sadri and we have a brand new tutorial today. Be with me until the end. So in this tutorial you're gonna learn about the drag, how to handle the drag events on your app, some basic animations, and the opacity, and build a slider in the Swift and SwiftUI. So this is our app, as you can see on my screen. So if I pull down here, let me just pull down, the light is go on, and I can change the opacity here. Cool and nice. So if I again drag it here, turns off, and when I click on here also it turns the light on and off. So this is a cool idea for learning basics of Swift and SwiftUI. So be with me to this to build this beautiful app. This is our final view for this app. So we're gonna hit the road and jump to the coding. Before all that, don't forget to subscribe my channel, Puya Sadri Dev. And if you like this video, hit the like button and share it with your friends. And that's it. Don't worry about the codes and the assets. I will put a link in the description to my GitHub repository of this project. And that's it. And feel free to write me down in the comments if you have any opinion, if you have any question, or if you have any ideas about the next tutorial. As I said in the previous tutorial, we're gonna switch from the animation focus. We focused on animation on SwiftUI. We're gonna switch to that, to more useful thing on Swift and SwiftUI. So this is a bridge. This tutorial is a bridge between these two. And we have to implement some animation also, and some basics of SwiftUI. So this tutorial is beginner friendly, and we are in the early 2024. So we have the iOS 17.2. Our target platform is iOS 17.2, and if you have earlier version, which is it just doesn't matter. And that's it. So let's hit to the tutorial and it's the coding. So I create a new project in my Xcode. Let me just open my Xcode, and that's it. So I choose the iOS and the app, and next, so lamp app. So make sure the interface is set to SwiftUI and the language is to Swift, and don't check the include tests. So next, and create here. So here we have a blank project on Xcode. So let me just put some assets to it. We have 4 assets here, 1, 2, 3, 4. And let me just drag and drop here in the assets.x assets. So that's it. So let me just go through it. So base PG, so it's gonna be our background, and we have a lamp here, we have the light, and we have the switch here for the color. So hit the content view, and in our content view we're gonna first of all make a group. So this is the cleanest way to do this in the Swift and SwiftUI. So this is good for your knowledge to build a clean app, a clean code, and write a clean code here. So we built a group here named view, and in view we have let me just delete that. And we have a new SwiftUI file, SwiftUI view, and naming it the light shape and here it goes. So in light shape, we have to say we are not going to do that, and we are not need for the preview. So it types of shape and represent the shape of the light emitted into the lamp. So let me just see. Let me just use mark. And here represent the shape of the light emitted by the lamp. So this is it. So in our shape, we have the func of path, and we have to say path, and then path end, and then we have dot init, and so I got dot path, dot add line to add lines. And here we have to pass an array here. So here we have dot init and x and y. So for the x, for the first one, we have rect dot width multiplied by 0.1, and for the y we have to say 0, and again dot init. Let me just see, yep, another one, dot init, and for the x we have direct dot width multiplied by 0.7, and for the y we have 0, and we have init, and again we have rect dot width, yep, and we have rect dot height multiplied by 0.6 here, yep, and then we have dot init x and y. Let me just see init, yep, x and y. We have 0 for the x, and for the y we have rect height multiplied by 0.6. So this is our light shape, and we have a lamp view here. So here, let me just create a new SwiftUI file. So lamp view, and in our view we have some variables here. So at state, private variable is lamp on equal to false, and again at state, private variable drag offset, and this is a CG size, and equal to .0, and again we have at state, private variable is dragging equal to false, and the final one we have the add state private variable, the opacity equal to 0.1. So as the name of the variable indicates, that is lamp on is for the state for the lamp, if it's on or off, and drag offset hold the value of the offset, dragging user offset, and is dragging, hold the value is the event going on or is ended, and the opacity is for the opacity for our light. Let me just show you. Yep, this is our opacity here and its value. So by default is 0.1, so by default is that. So let me just try it again. Yep, that's it. So let me just see. Yep, that's it. So here in our body we have a Z stack, And for that, we have to create another SwiftUI file. So we have to say background view here. So in our background view, we have the very short one, so color, and we have to say base BG, and we have to say ignore safe area, and here we pass that, so background view here. And I just wait for our preview. Yep, that's it. So let me just make some space here. Yep, we have background view. After that, we have light lamp image. So let me just create another view here. So lamp image. Don't worry about if you have any too much files in your project. As you can see, we create a new file for every component, every struct of every view that we want to use. You can also write it in the content view here at your main file, and we can have just one file, but for the clean coding here, we want to be the cleanest here, so I just create new files, and yep, this is so much more clean with comparison between the one file or many files. So here, let me just add some comments to our background view that I forgot. So mark background view for the lamp interface. Don't forget to comment out your code so that if you come back to your code 1 week later, 2 weeks later, if anyone else wants to read your code, it's understandable, and yep, that's good for and best practice for coding to comment out your code. So here in our lamp image, we have two binding variables. So binding variable is lamp on, and this is Boolean type, and again binding variable of opacity, and this is the double here. And here, let me just pass these two variables. So is lamp constant and false here, and constant 0.1. Here it goes, and here we have Z stack. So in our Z stack, we have the image of the lamp here. Yep, and this is resizable, and aspect ratio, and scale to fit, and we have to frame it with 300, and let me just height 600, and we have the offset here, dot offset, and we have the x of -50 and height 8 -250 here. Let me just sorry about that. Yep, that's it. And yep, that's it. So we have to create our light effect here. So let me just create a new file here, SwiftUI file, light effect. And here we have binding variable opacity, and this is a double type. So here we have the we have to pass the opacity and that constant 0.1. And yep, here we have the light shape as we saw earlier, so light shape dot fill. And we have the linear gradient here for the gradient, and we have the gradient here, and we have colors. For the colors, we have to pass an array. We have the white, and we have dot clear, and again dot clear. And start point would be the top, and the end point would be the bottom. And here we have to frame it. Width of 300 and height of 600. And again we have foreground style, we have dot blue, and we have the offset here, offset, and for the X you have to pass -35, and for the Y you have to pass 250. Good. And we have to pass the opacity, and for the opacity we have to pass the opacity. So we have the light effect. So in our lamp image we have to pass it, so we have to say if is lamp on, then we have to show the user the light effect here, and we have to pass the opacity and $ opacity here. So here we are good to go, and we have to make the opacity control here with the slider. So create a new view file here, naming opacity control. So let me just comment something out. So for the lamp view, we have to say the main view that here, mark the main view that assembles the lamp, it's interactive components. Here background view we have commented out, and we have to say for the lamp image, so mark again, and for the lamp image let me just see, display the lamp, so display the lamp image and its light effect. So we're here good, and here we have light effect, so let me just mark. And for a light effect we have light effect for the lamp. Good. And here for the opacity control we have the controls, the opacity of the light effect, so you have to say mark, then the opacity controls the opacity, yep, of the light effect, So here we are good to go. So here we have an adding binding variable for the opacity, and this is a Boolean type here. So here we have to pass it out, so the opacity. The reason that I use dot constant is that if you pass false here, you have some error, cannot convert value of type Boolean to expected argument type binding Boolean. So if you pass dot constant, it changed the value that you pass to binding variables. So we have to pass false here, we have type boolean, so this is the binding boolean type. So here we have to pass the VS tag, and here we have a spacer here, and we have to frame it for the height of 600. And after that, we have a ZS tag. In our ZS tag, we have the opacity display, so we can build it after that. So we have the slider. Here we have to pass the value, and we have to pass $sign opacity, and then we have the in. And we have 0 to 0.3. And we have to pass a step 0.05, and we have dot accent color, and we have to pass white, and then we have to pass text here, and we say opacity capitalized, and we have the foreground color, foreground style dot white. And we have dot font would be dot title, and then we have the offset, and for the y we have 14. Let me just see what's going on here, and I think slider value opacity and in 0.2 and step. What's going on? Let me just copy and paste this. This is a double type. Sorry about that. Yep, I missed that. So here we have good to go. And yep, for our ZSI we have to say offset, and we have the X of -40, and we have a padding for it. And we have 80 here. So we are good to go. Let me just toggle the, yep, we have the slider here not working because we pass a constant here. So we have to say the opacity display. We have to pass that in our opacity control. So new file, so opacity display, and here we have to say mark, and then we have display the current opacity value. Let me just capitalize it. Oh, here, so here again we have add binding variable opacity, and this is type of a double. So we have got we have to pass the opacity that constant 0.1, and here we are good to go. So here we have a text, and we have the string manipulation. So here we have a string, and yep, and we have to pass the format here, and the format would be %.2, and we have f, and for the argument we have to pass the opacity here like that, and we have dot foreground style dot white, and the font would be dot system size 80, Opacity would be opacity plus 0.4. And we have the offset here, and for the offset we have x minus 6. So we have to add the opacity display to the opacity control. So here in our geostack we have to pass it. So opacity control, and for the opacity we have to say opacity $opacity, and we are good to go. Let me just see what's going on. So here we have to pass the opacity control to our, what's going on, to our image, lamp image. So if lamp is on, the light effect will be, we pass the light effect. If is, again, if is lamp on, then we have to pass the opacity control, and we have to pass the opacity binding to $opacity. And after that we have to create our power button here, I think. Yep. So another view, power button here. So mark toggle switch to turn the lamp on off. Again, we have another binding variable here. Variable is lamp on, and boolean type. So is lamp on dot constant, and we have to say false here. And here we have a geostack. So here we have geostack, and then we have to pass a rectangle, and we have the foreground style would be is lamp on. Then we have that green, also be that red. We build this one here, and here we have to frame it width of 250 and height of 100, and we have to clip shape it. So clip shape. So we have the custom shape here. Let me just create our custom shape here. Start. So custom shape, and this is the shape here, and we have variable of corner, and this is a UI rect corner, and we have a variable of ready, and this is a CG float, and we have a font path in, and then we have to say let path equal to UI Bezier path, and we have the rounded rect by rounding, by rounding corners and corner ready. So rounded rect we have to pass the rect, we have to pass the corner here, and for the ready we have to pass the ready or CG size, and we have to pass ready and ready. Yep, that's it. And here we have the return path.cg. So this is it. So here we have our custom shape. So custom shape, and for the corner we have to pass dot bottom right, and we have to pass dot top left. Let me just show you top left. As you can see here, the top left and the bottom right has the corner radius. So here we have the ready of 100. We're good to go, I think. Let me just see. Yep. And we have the opacity of 0.1. And here we have a text of if is lamp on, then we have to say on, then we have to say off, and then the font will be the title, and the font weight be dot bold, and the offset, the X would be -40. And then we have foreground style and is lamp on, then we have to say dot green, else would be dot red. And here we add the on tap gesture, so on tap gesture, and here we have to say red animation, is lamp on dot target. Yep, that's it. I don't know why it's getting crashed here. So here, as you can see, our button works. So this is it. And here we have an offset. So X would be 170 and Y would be 360. So this is our power button here. So let me just add it to our light to lamp image. So here we have our power button here, and we have to pass is lamp and is lamp on. Yep, it crashed. I don't know why. Let me just build it sometime. Nope. We have to say here in our content view, we have to pass lamp view here. And we saw nothing because we don't implement our lamp image to our lamp view here, so we have to pass the lamp image, and for the is lamp on we have to pass $sign is lamp on and $sign opacity here, and then we are good to go, I think. Is not running. Why is that? Oh, we have some serious problems here. So let me just see where would be the problem here. I think we have the lamp image Let me just see the lamp image. This is it. Let me just copy and paste this one. So here we have destroyed. I don't. Yep, that's it. And we have the power button here. Let me just light effect. Yep, I think that's the one. Because our offset here. Let me just build it another time. Nope, that's not running. So after that, you have the opacity control. Opacity control, VStack, spacer, frame it, and ZStack, opacity display. This is opacity display. Opacity display, and here we're good to go, I think. Opacity. Yep, that's our problem. I think. I don't know. I hope it's gonna work. Yep, that's it. So I think we have a problem here, but we fixed it. So far so good. And yep, that's it. So far we built our lamp here. Just remain the drag and drop control for the lamp. And yep, before all that, make sure to subscribe my channel, like this video, and share this video with your friends. And we are going to go and build the handle drag. So here, let me just terminate it, and we have to say handle drag view here. And yep, we have 3 binding variables. So binding variable is dragging boolean type. So binding variable drag offset cg size, and binding variable is lamp on, and this is a boolean type. So here we have to pass these ones. So is dragging dot constant false, and drag offset would be 0, and dot constant false. And I think we have to say the constant 0. So here it goes, and here we have to make another view before all that. Let me just pass that 0. Yep, before all that we have to create a new file. So handle view. This is exaggerated that you can use for the clean coding. So this is so exaggerated, make a new file for every strike, but you can also minimize that with related strike together in a file. So you can, for example, you can make these two into one file. So opacity control and opacity display, because they're related. Light effect and light shape also together, and lamp view with the background view, you can also merge it together. So handle view, we have a Z stack here. Let me just comment. write some comments here. So mark the handle view for the lamp. So here we have geostack, and we have rounded rectangle here. Rounded rectangle with the corner radius of 25 and dot strokes. And here we have the white for the color, and line width would be 5, and then we have to frame it width 5. Let me just resume 50 and height of 100. Yep. And here we have the rectangle with frame and width 5 and height of 1000. Big enough. And foreground style, that's white. And then we have the offset, and we have to make it minus 500. And here we have a text, pull down, and again foreground style will be the white, and rotation effect, and we have to say angle, and here top degrees, and we have to say minus 90 here, I think. Yep, we just want to angle degrees. No, this is not degrees, it's just degrees. And yep, I think we are good. Yep. And the font would be the title. And then we have the opacity of 0.2, 0.2, and then we have the offset. For the X we have to pass minus 20, and for the Y we have to pass minus 150. Yep, good to go, and yep, that's it. So this is our handle view. So let me just do the handle drag view, and yep, so here we have to say mark handles the drag gesture to control the lamp. So here we have to pass our handle view. So handle view. Then we have to say offset. And for the X we have to say 140, and for the Y we have to say is dragging. Then would be drag offset. That's height. Else would be height. Else would be minus 150, and then the animation. Not this one, animation with values. So we have the spring and duration would be 2, and bounce would be 0.3, and for the value of is dragging, and we have the gesture here, and here we have the drag gesture dot on change, and we have to get a value in. So this is dragging equal to true. Then drag offset equal to value dot translation, and after that we have to pass unended, and again value and is dragging equal to false. Then we drag offset equal to 0, and here let me just see, and here we have a condition here to make the lights on, so we have to pass if value dot translation dot height greater than 20. Then we have red animation. Then we have to pass is lamp on toggle. So we are good to go, I think. This is it. Our app. So let me just add it to the lamp view here. So we have to pass the handle drag view. So for its dragging, we pass is dragging, $ is dragging, drag offset, $ drag offset, and is lamp, and we have to pass $ is lamp on. And yep, that's it. So I think we are good. And let me just see on app. Yep, that's identical. So let me just build this app. Command on R. So in the meanwhile, don't forget to subscribe my channel, Dev, like this video, and check my SwiftUI playlist on my YouTube channel. It's been, I think, 63 videos, tutorial, beginner friendly tutorial there that you can join and learn from it, and you can level up your coding skills and Swift and SwiftUI skills and so on. So this is our app. So let me just, this is working. Also this is working smooth. So working, and then let me just pull it on, pull it down, and pull, yep. This is working. Nice and easy. So thanks for watching. Check my channel for the latest SwiftUI tutorial with the best practices in Swift and SwiftUI. So thanks for watching. Until the next tutorial, take care and practice until you make it and level up your coding skills. So thanks for watching, and bye bye.